I think that Diogenes thing we talked about like last week or 2 weeks ago or whenever, it got a lot of views.
Episode 34?
Yeah.
Episode 34.
Welcome.
We made it to episode 34. Officially, finally, we're going live on TikTok Live. We are live on YouTube Live. Speaking of Diogenes, as you were just mentioning before, I learned a story from one of our talks and discussions. Someone posted a comment and they said, hey, go check out Diogenes when he first met Alexander the Great.
I was wrong. I said something incorrectly.
I'm not sure if they saw it, but I went to go see a different video of it, and it said when Alexander the Great went to go meet Diogenes was laying down, right?
Correct.
And he says, I am Alexander the Great.
Correct.
Says, I am Diogenes the dog.
Yep.
And you are standing in my sunlight. And he says, you're going to speak to me that way? And he says, don't you know I'm Alexander the Great? And he says all these things that he did. He's like, aren't you not afraid? And he says, well, Alexander, do you consider yourself a good man or a bad man? I consider myself a good man. In which case, why should I be afraid? And Alexander then said, if I were not Alexander the Great, I would want to be Diogenes the dog.
There you go.
But it was a cool little that piece of like, well, do you consider yourself a good man or a bad man? Yeah. Well, then why would I be afraid if you consider yourself a good man? Right?
Yeah, I mean,
you're testing someone's own, claim.
I feel like that is not to go right into this One Piece business, but that is the core idea of like what it is, like the question that is asked is a question of, again, morality, right? Like,
are you good or bad?
Are you good or bad?
Mm-hmm.
Or what does it mean to be good? Or what does it mean to be bad? Right? Are some bad people are good? Like, not bad people, but I'm saying like some people that are labeled as bad. Like, because
a pirate, like you say, a pirate has a bad connotation. They make this like, the Marines and the government is anti-pirate. They do all these bad things. But what you say, what is bad? Because sometimes these pirates are the ones who are protecting the people against the Marines, who are supposedly the good ones, sometimes doing the bad things. Though sometimes those same Marines do good. They do good things, right?
Right.
It's.
Let me ask you a question, I guess. Who writes history? Who writes history? Right. The victor writes the history. Everything is written from the perspective of people that have won.
Correct.
And then the things that are marginalized are like what happened to that losing faction or the faction that was taken advantage of, whatever that is, right? Those are the marginalized stories. Mm-hmm. But ultimately, the books are written based on who has won, right? And then that's the same thing. I think the question of like morality also comes from that perspective, right? Let's say the American Revolution was an utter and total failure. Let's just assume that the British had completely just like won the Battle of New York and just kind of pushed us back and like we lost, right? What do you think the history books would read? Traitor, right? The history books would read George Washington, like, or whatever, all these people as labeled as like not like a traitor to the throne at that point, right?
Yeah.
So again, it all comes from a perspective of like, who did we win? Like, again, same thing. Like, if the Austrian painter, let's say, he had won, what would the books of history have been, right? Like, what would have been said, right? I think we joked about this all the time, like when we're in college, or I did anyways. I had a German as one of my littles in Pike, and I always was like, what do you guys learn about World War II? What happens in World War, like the whole chapter in history, right? That from 1914, 1913, all the way to 1944, 1945. Like, what history is taught in Germany? I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but,
Do you remember what he told you?
No, I don't know how we got off topic on that. I feel like he didn't answer the question. Like, but
they learn about it a bit differently. I mean, I guess like simultaneously to us, like they don't necessarily teach all the atrocities that we did in school. Even if they do, they brush over it very quickly. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah, I think we learned a little bit, like the Trails of Tears, right? I think there's a whole chapter in the book, or like a whole 2 sections on the book about that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think for the most part, U.S. history is like how we're taught is the Revolutionary War, or like pre-Revolutionary War, right? Like, so let's just say fucking
Plymouth Rock.
the Plymouth Rock, the French and Indian War,
Yeah.
and then that leads into the Revolution. Maybe War of 1812, the Civil War. It really does skip over that. The mass genocide of people that happened really does skip that, and because it goes in from context perspective, right? This goes from the War of 1812 into this hyper focused period of like growth in America, and then division of the states in between. Like, we're focused on producing cotton, and northern states like saying, hey, we're producing other goods, like not cotton. And then that caused like boom, like everyone else, like the whole westward expansion part was like little footnote in what happened, because the Civil War just like kind of took a lot of that historical like time people would spend teaching stuff like that. And then post Civil War, bam, 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 boom, fucking we're the biggest country in the world. Like, wait, what happened? It's really.
I don't think it was that quick, but yeah, I hear you.
No, think about it though.
You know what? Like what I was watching the other
Was
day.
it that quick? No, let's just go back on that for 1 second. The Civil War ended what? That's 1964, 65, maybe?
1964.
I'm sorry, 1864, 1865, somewhere around there. Maybe 1861, but it's somewhere in the 1860s.
Yeah, you're right.
From that point forward, like, that's when it started. That's when the Industrial Revolution for America started. That's when the guys like John D. Rockefeller, guys like Andrew Carnegie, like the people that built America, came post like Civil War. And then just never look back, dude. I think prior to us even going into World War I, we were already the strongest country in the world. Like, just, I think after the Spanish-American War, we were the strongest country in the world. There was no, like, what? Like, when we're thinking back, I'm like,
I mean, the UK.
Nah, like, I feel like they lost. They lost 1812. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
no, 1812. What do you mean?
They lost in 1812.
But you're talking about like post World War One.
No. I'm saying like no. I think after the American like the wars in the Philippines, right? Like the whole stuff that went down in the Philippines in like I would say 1880s, 1890s. After that incident, I think we de facto became the strongest country in the world. No one admitted it. That's a separate thing. I think ultimately that was given to us after World War One. For sure after World War Two. But for sure after World War One, like, dude, they won the war because we came. Like, stop. Like, it was like, what? The Americans came and they won the war. Same thing. The Americans came in World War II and they won the war. Like, stop, dude. Like, just come on, dude. We spend more money in military than anybody in the world combined. Like, not anybody in the world combined, but like top like 15, right? Again, what is control? What is power, dude? Geopolitical fucking game, I mean,
I hear your argument. I mean, obviously, post World War II, World War One, yeah.
But when does when does that change of power happen? I think if I had to give it to one moment in time, it was after the Spanish-American War.
You think that? To me, it's like John McCain's 1940, Bretton Woods. Like, that's what solidified everything. That's what changed the.
No. That's on the more of the financial, like that's on like the different level. I'm saying just a straight gangster, dude. Like,
But
just,
I think that's what made us like what we are today.
no, I agree.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, dude, if you think about it, like in the height of like at one point in history, right? Spain was the top dog,
Mhm.
right? No one could fuck with Spain, dude.
Yeah.
Right, and then like I think after the Spanish-American War, America like came into like that seat of power.
But
Like,
I don't think Spain, like what led to the Spanish American or this.
dude, we had Teddy Roosevelt, dude. Like, dude, you're not seeing like the aura being built right then. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, think about the young Floyd, dude, like coming in, young Mike Tyson, dude. Like, what was he, young Mike Tyson? I would say young Floyd because Floyd never lost. But
I mean, I hear you, but at the same time, it's like
you might not be like other people are not willing to give you a props. Again, I think when Mike Tyson came in, people are like, like young buck, like 17 years old, he was the best fighter in the world.
Yeah.
But like, you're not gonna get your stride because like people like.
Or just because the age.
Yeah, but like, dude, like, stop. Like, we were building the train. Like, America was building. Dude, you gotta understand. Like think about the people. Think about what was happening in the economy at that time around the Spanish-American War. These guys were putting fucking America on the map, dude. John D. Rockefeller, like Andrew Carnegie. These guys were building steel. We built steel, dude. You don't understand what we do. America built steel. Like, what do you think changed the world? There's a book we had to read in high school, maybe, or college. I don't know which one at this point, but this book is called Guns, Germs, and Steel.
Yeah, I remember.
And basically, the book is about kind of like what changed, what brought power, like what are 4 things that changed humanity, course of humanity? What made like people that are in control, right? And it was guns, germs, and steel. It's like, fuck, like that's couldn't be more true, But steel, dude, we made steel. Like I feel like people forget, dude, the context of this war was like, it was our ascension. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was the fight that, like, imagine like you're just like you got a couple.
I hear what you're saying. I'm not sure if this was the turning point for us to be like the number one in the world, though. I do agree with your point of view, saying like this is like a 17-year-old Mike Tyson.
They weren't. Countries weren't willing to admit it. Like, that was it. They knew. Everyone knew. Everyone fucking knew.
It's like one of those things. Like in hindsight, like it's like that's a new one. But it's like you're right. 17-year-old Mike Tyson. People were like, this kid 17-year-old, but he just got into the ring for the first time, and he just got 3 places.
Like, no,
but people still doubt him because he's still a young buck. You're right. I agree with your reference of like it's a young Mike Tyson.
Think about it. At this point in time, right? Spain is probably like top 3 in the world, right? You got this guy, heavyweight champion of the world. He's top 3 in the world. There's only 2 other countries maybe that are stronger than him. Maybe he's top 2. I don't know.
I wouldn't say the number 1, but because this was the dissension of.
Yeah, but they were top 3. They still had power. They still had territories. Like, they were still like, they're top 3. Maybe France, maybe Britain, but like Spain was still up there. Maybe top 5, whatever. I don't want to go into too much into this, right?
Yeah.
And you got this country back there, dude, like a young buck, dude, that just got the revolution, just got their teeth, And then guess what? This came and knocked the fuck out of you. Unranked rookie, dude. Like, just came in and fucking and then everyone's like, oh fuck, dude, like what, And then you see all the things that's happening in the United States, dude. Like, all these things are building. Like, we're putting railroads, bro. We had like, there's a chart I saw on one of my history books a long time ago. Was it compared like in the 1830s, right, or 1810, like, how many railroads per square mile that the UK had versus how many per America had. And then in the next decade, how much they had and how much we had. And we had like fucking 5x, 10x that.
I mean, given like we're a much larger.
No, but I'm just saying, think about what it takes to do that.
Yeah.
Because guess what? When you're larger, you have ability to get more resources. You know what I'm saying? You're going to feed the engine more, like,
And you have more people to serve, I guess. Yeah. It's
yeah.
It's just population-wise and everything like that.
Yeah. I think this is a very pivotal moment that gets very unrecognized in U.S. history. Like, they're like, hey, like people are like, oh, like we talk about Civil War, or we talk about like the Revolutionary War. We're talking about World War I, World War II. But like, if we really like look at this was this fucking a goat, dude. Teddy Roosevelt, dude, straight up, like Teddy Roosevelt, fucking.
This is how we got Puerto Rico, Guam, and the Philippines.
Yeah.
And U.S. also annexed.
Dude, they moved fucking Spain out of like basically North America, like,
the last bits of it kind of.
Yeah, like there's no, like Spain was gone.
Yeah.
You now you have taken the entire, like, you have asserted yourself as the powerhouse on the western half of the world. Yeah, you're top dog now. He was like,
so.
this was the
you
turning
control
point.
a continent kind of.
You control one half of the world now.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
No one was at this point. No force in Europe was gonna be like, I'm gonna go try to fuck with America. Like, they're not gonna do that. They got their shit on deck. Like, let's not fuck with those guys. Like, or let's not fuck with anybody on this side anymore, because like they're gonna come there and protect them. Like,
have you ever heard of the Heartland theory?
No. Or what is it?
The Heartland theory was the idea that you could connect from what's called the pivot area, which is like Eurasia, right? It's like from what would that be? The Caspian Sea all the way up to the Arctic Ocean, like essentially Russia, Afghanistan.
Well, what is it like? Okay, so what is it? Fucking.
The argument was, if you are able to connect this, you are able to become a superpower. You have all the resources that are required in the world, and you control all of commerce from east to west, essentially. No one could go past you without having.
I mean, I feel like that's kind of bullshit, because like I feel like most of that shit is just Russia. No, wasn't that the USSR? It's the Soviet Union. Dude. Like,
I mean, that was the fear. Essentially, that's why we went against them in Afghanistan and things like that.
I feel like it's
like
a fucking
geopolitically, like if you're able to.
You ask me if I believe in this? No, this is fucking some propaganda.
This is the Heartland. This came out like a long time ago,
Fucking
but I
propaganda.
think there was a 1904 paper titled "The Geographical Pivot of History." The theory focused on strategic importance of Central Eurasia. As Mackinder called it, the Heartland. He argued that whichever power controlled the Heartland would control the world island, essentially this continent. Though, like to what you just said right now of the Americas, which is totally unforgotten about.
It's isolated too, like.
Well, it's a complete, yeah. I mean, it's like, do you really need to trade here if you have all the trade and the amount of resources that you need here? In which case, like, what does that new kind of world island look like? Does that world island look like, well, hey, if I control the Americas, then
what does it? I don't think so. Like, I wonder what continent has the most amount of like resource? Is it Africa? Is it South America?
I imagine it's Africa right now. Yeah.
Is it Asia? Like.
Africa has the most natural resources of any continent, possessing a significant share of the world's minerals reserves, including large deposits of gold, diamonds, cobalt, and platinum.
Bro, like it's kind of crazy. Like, it is crazy that like they just got fucked.
What?
They got fucked. Like
talk about like in history starting out like number one. Like the richest king was in Africa.
Even now, I feel like even today, right? I feel like there's more of that, but like it's so like there's so much instability from like chaos caused by colonization.
Yeah.
That it happens to be like a major issue at everything.
But is that also
It's
like
something.
is that? I'm sorry, maybe it's like a booger or something. But is it that because Ethiopia was never colonized, right? And yet
it doesn't
Ethiopia
matter,
has
dude.
a
Proximity. It's because I feel like here's the thing. I feel like Africa it's one place does not have everything, so it has to like exist in its ability to trade with other folks to survive, right? So if there is ton of just chaos all around you, you're not able to effectively trade and get what you need to succeed, right?
Mm-hmm.
So versus America, like think about America, right? We have everything, not a lot of like some things, but effectively the United States has a lot of resources, right?
Mm-hmm.
Various things, oil, copper, like we have a ton.
Mm-hmm.
Versus Africa, like there's resources that are scattered throughout, and because of like colonization and like tribes and stuff like that, that has become very like hard to trade and like do that kind of stuff. I think that's why they took out like Gaddafi, right? Like he was trying to do some like
trying to nationalize it.
something. He was trying to do something.
Yeah.
He was trying to make friends down there, and they said I can't make friends, dude. Like, because if you make friends, he was trying to make what is it, like an African like union type of stuff, and like they said, hey, like nah, like because that would make a lot of sense, like think about it. If you
control
I feel like
all the resources,
the FBI just got on our thing. Like I don't want to like put this out, but like yeah, if you create like some sort of a centralized monetary exchange, like currency, right? And all of countries in Africa participate in that and start to like do that kind of stuff, they're going to be dangerous, dude. That's a very dangerous thing. Like the world is like, oh, that's a superpower, right? Just from a resource perspective, like it's like this Bogart is like,
I'm also asking myself, like, based on just like with this mineral wealth, like how much is actually, so South Africa is 125 billion, and then Nigeria comes second and 53 billion, right? But I also ask myself, like, is this accurate? It's like, are these numbers, like, are the people who are actually mining here counting that, or are they just taking it out of these countries and then reselling it elsewhere and not getting
whatever that is? It's saying like just the raw number, the raw material is like the vast amount of raw material exists there. That's basically the context I'm getting out of this. It doesn't matter. Yeah. However, it's getting to third, second market, like
17. Yeah, it's a huge 1.8 trillion. Yeah, it's.
Yeah, no. I'm saying like, but like again, it is also an issue at this point of like because of like I think what also doesn't help is like there's lots of indigenous cultures that exist because of like just years and years, thousands of years of like culture and things have survived, right?
Mm-hmm.
That makes it very hard for coexistence of like us, like just working together, like groups working together, right? Like if you think about like Europe, right? Like most of Europe, I could safely say is like some variation of a Christianity that is common, right?
There's some similarities,
right. So that type of like, or even in the Middle East, right? Like there's like, okay, like these guys are all like, follow Islam or whatever, right? Like that, I feel like is there's not a unifying thing, right? I think half of Africa is like Islam, and half of like parts of Africa are like different religious groups. There's like, I know there's a decent amount of Christian following down there too.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it's not a singular, it's divided, dude. I feel like the best way to like just, fucking like just fuck somebody over is to create a bunch of chaos before you leave through like a race and then like just dip, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, yeah. I mean, just throw a flame into it and then leave. Well, I mean, but like the thing, like you're right. It's like there's different religions, there's different cultures, different customs, different tribes, different groups. Like I mean, at like Rwanda, they're like the Houthi and the.
No. Like again, I think like again, I feel like sounds like a fucking tinfoil hat.
Super complicated. No,
tinfoil hat person, but like I think like Europeans when they departed out of Africa, they left it very destabilize the entire like continent purposely, just to be like like we don't want somebody to like get their shit together and fucking become a superpower because like that's what will happen. Like,
If they control the resources.
long term, like they're thinking about like 100, 200 years. Like we want to create so much chaos here, so like they don't get their shit together forever.
We could come in and still take advantage of the.
Right. And again, like if you are thinking from a macro global political standpoint, like yeah, like that gives your country a clear tactical advantage long term.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not like. Are all Marines good? Like morality question comes in, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I think, again, all this goes back into like One Piece, right? I think the whole society, like there's a lot of similarities with this and that now I'm thinking about it. But yeah, I mean, resource, dude. At the end of the day, like if you can get resource, get a fucking hand on resource, and get a good grip on that particular resource, you are going to be very powerful.
Well, everything right now, oil's always been a huge resource, right? Why does Saudi Arabia and all these people?
No, I think
Russia and the United States,
I feel like oil is, oil is oil.
It's an example. I mean, it's just like
having
control over a resource gives you an ability to control decisions. It's like you like look at this, like an iPhone
microchip.
If you own the aluminum, silicone, and gold that goes into making a phone, well, then you make decisions for people, right? It's like, well, oh, you want to make a phone? Well, ask me first.
What makes semiconductors?
What resources are in semiconductors?
Yeah, that's where the investment should be going. What's on this GPUs there? How do you make a GPU there?
You can invest in
what? The underlying assets of like
silicone, germanium, gallium, indium.
Just buy these, dude. Just go buy these companies. Like just go buy fucking shares of these companies. That's how you're gonna make real money.
Well, no, hold on. Commodity futures, right? Commodity futures.
Well, then I guess you're also looking at supply. Like you have these focuses on supply, but go invest on mining companies that make this. That's where you got to invest in. You can't be investing on fucking the futures market on this product. You want to invest on company that's actually like producing the fucking material. Who's creating these mines? Don't buy on the asset because like then it's looking at like deposit rates and like fucking overall global supply and like that shit like. Versus go find a company. What's a publicly traded company that makes fucking is silicone? Is that what it is? AMD, dude. See, these fuckers are all in the game, dude. So what is it trading at?
Dow Inc.
No, just do a stock. I don't want to look at I don't want to see what they do.
So Dow Inc. trading at 23.91 right now.
The Dow Inc's been fucking doing great. Dude.
Well, they were.
I don't need to know what Dow Inc does, dude. Dow Inc's doing great. Like, go up. I want to see.
UKS is maybe 168. Yeah.
Those are.
I know. Just like this is just today.
Oh, Dookie, dude.
They went from 30 to let's see.
Oh, they could also be like there could just be a shit fucking miners, like.
Yeah, they could be a shit company. Yeah.
Go look at the first one, dude. The Norwegian companies are always like goated.
27, and then year to date. I mean, they've been going up. This one seems to have a better. Yeah.
Got 2% dividend. Go up like to a 5 year. Let's do a 5 year. Yeah. So like this is not the underlying asset you want to invest in. So I'm saying like this. Look at cobalt. Who makes cobalt? Like what company makes like fucking.
Glencore.
Sounds like a fucking.
They sound like they mined $9. So 1 year -5. 5 year though 60%. Yeah, I don't know, man.
2% dividend yield. Go do all, dude.
No, it's fine.
It's fine.
Oh.
It's probably fine. It's fine. Down.
-38%.
That's fine though. That kind of makes sense because they pay dividend out like 10 years, 2%, like 20%. So
5 years, 60%. I mean, it's something bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I hear what you're saying, though. It's like you kind of have to be ahead of it in a different way. But they have all the resources. I think Apple is going to be a huge place in the future. I mean, just in theory, it's like as what we call the global South now becomes more of a consumer society like us, they're going to look for what's going to be the global South in the future, which is Africa. You know, think about like Latin America, Mexico, for example. Like they're no longer going to want to be the workers or want to consume just like us. Who's going to be? Where are they going to go? Maybe more to South America, right? But then after that,
robots.
maybe
Robots, clankers.
But yeah, I mean, the cost still has to be there. You know, it's like the cost has to be less than a human being in those countries, which in some cases, it's like if you're paying them $1 a day, like is the cost of a robot really maybe over time? But
so we're talking about robots. Have you been following what's going on the AI world?
no, what's going on?
So basically, Gemini. So Gemini is just taking ChatGPT, OpenAI's fucking money, dude. That's what's going on.
Why?
Because they're just better.
Gemini?
Yeah, Google is ahead. Google's winning this AI race, and it's not even fucking close. Like, it's not even close. Think about this, right? Every single AI company that's out there, they all run on GPUs. Google's the only AI company that makes their own LLM models that runs on their own model called TPUs, right?
Mm-hmm.
So GPUs, think of like their little fucking box. They got like their circuits and shit. A GPU is connected to basically to make like bigger GPUs to get more compute. They're connected through wires.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say you're creating a big fucking stack. You can have wires that just burn out, or like you can have problems with the wiring.
You're also dependent on the speed of the actual wiring and the transfer.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's the whole concept of GPUs.
Yeah.
Right. So Google made their own called TPUs. TPUs work off lights and mirrors.
So there's fiber optics.
So they're sending light to a mirror and basically kind of transferring like back and forth, right? So when this happens, let's say there's a problem, right? All they have to do is tilt the mirror, and the light travels somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? So how easy it is to fix things as you scale, right? Like, and Google's models are just more superior. It thinks better. It knows more. Nano Banana's going fucking crazy, dude. Like,
I was just seeing that Nano Banana. Like, what is the Nano Banana?
It's their real life, like video, picture video type of stuff. You can imagine a picture for you. I have a Gemini Plus.
Hold on, I think we have Pro here.
Hey, gang, dude.
So what do I do? Describe an image?
Yeah, describe an image.
Thanksgiving in Mexico. Loading Nano Banana Pro. Let's see how long this takes. This takes about maybe
2 minutes.
It takes about 2 minutes. Wow, it's not that fast. I thought it was going to be like 30 seconds, and I thought I was going to be impressed.
I feel like people have a problem with patience.
Obviously, man. It's like, wow, that was actually pretty fast. Look at that.
Oh, it was just like 30 seconds.
Yeah, that was really fast. And this is pretty good image.
That looks like a real picture.
Yeah, it does.
Like, you can't tell me that is not, like, you can't say that's AI.
If I were to look at that quickly, I'd say, like, no.
No, even if you don't look at it quickly, like, what's going to throw you off?
I mean, that they look kind of cut out a bit.
No, it just looked like they're like, what do you call it? Like, actors. You're not going to say it's fake. You're going to say they're actors. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they could be all like on a movie set or something, you know? Like, but it's so hard to fucking tell the difference.
This is a really good image, though, compared to like ChatGPT in my house like that. You know, I think it's definitely.
My friend, you know what he wanted to? He was asking me like, hey, like, can you make an app?
Uh-huh.
And his idea was creating a an overlay that sits on top of your phone, on your device. So think of it as sits on top of your every time you're using any type of like Instagram, Google, Facebook, all these social media apps. It's an overlay that sits on top, and it basically allows you to see fucking fake or real AI videos. So you can instantly say, "Hey, that's fake." You're scrolling through it, say, "Hey, that's fake." So it sits on the phone level. It sits on the layer of the device.
You may be able to do it before in the past. You wouldn't be able to do it because like sandboxing is like they used to separate app for app. Not like kind of no two could really kind of overlay or interact at the same time.
That's what I'm saying. It needs to
But-
exist on the phone layer.
But now with their new kind of iOS update, there's a lot more of that. So you may have the ability to do it.
But like that is a product. Hey, if someone wants $1 million app idea right there, that's it right there, right? Like that's too complicated. I thought about it for a minute, right? And I was like, yes, I'm going beyond my fucking
Your reach.
my reach on doing this. But that's such a good idea. Like create an overlay that sits on top of your phone that lets you see the difference between AI and real pictures. And people are gonna be like, oh, I can tell the fucking difference. Fuck off, dude. Like it came out 6 months ago. Like it really came out 6 months ago. Okay, and it's already tricking people. So like, just give it like. Obviously, if you see a fucking picture or a video of MLK, like yeah, no, it's fucking been like like gone for a long time. Like that's obviously fake. But like,
So,
you can get a picture of like Trump. You can get a picture of like
something like
Gavin
that.
Newsom or
Like,
something.
oh,
Like,
this is like
but like think about how dangerous this could be in like political times. You know what I'm saying? Like like these
people believe it. Yeah, what they see, they believe.
Yeah.
It's like
So like companies need to somebody needs to take this initiative of creating a fucking app that exists on the. Okay, it has to exist, I think, on the phone layer. And then just AI fucking call it a bullshit detector or something. It just tells you, hey, this is fucking not real.
what if you were to upload the image like certain
There's too much work. It needs to be real time. It needs to be while I'm scrolling,
Mhm.
or it wouldn't serve a purpose. No one's gonna be like, is this real? Like I don't care. Like, I don't care. You know what's gonna happen? So whoever builds that app, they're gonna sell it for like fucking $4 or $5 billion
Get out of town.
to Apple, like to the phone company.
I guess so.
Why would they not buy that? Right? Like they would be like, hey, you know what? We'll just buy this from you because like what? Like this would solve a lot of our problems that we have with like fake stuff, right?
100%. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
No, you make so much money.
It's
Apple
like
would buy it.
It's like a political thing. You could say like, wow, okay, I'm actually like.
Yeah, you don't want to get like bamboozled in this for this. Facebook could buy you.
Yeah.
Like they could just buy, but hey, like this is a very, very important like application that But I think a phone company should buy you because like the onus should be on them. Like, dude,
Or Apple or an Android, Google.
Yeah.
Well, it would be Google. Yeah. I don't know, man. I think that's.
but like again, I feel like that's fairly hard to make. Like you got to be like some programmer. That's you got to be also like a good programmer. I feel like because. I don't know. I might just be fucking stupid and like not, realizing this is a simple thing. But I did ask ChatGPT, and they said yes, this is beyond your scope. You don't. It's like fucking don't do it. Like I was like, all right, well said, dude. Because sometimes you give me false confidence, Chad. You're like, oh, you got this, man. I'm like, no, I don't got this, bro.
Speaking of that false confidence, I was talking to Data. I'm like, dude, we got to make like a physical product and everything like that, man. It's like it's just the logistics and like I have these kind of people who know around me who know logistics really well, right? It's like
You have to make a real product.
a physical product.
Oh, dude, see, like that. You know that the thing with that is like, it's costly.
It's a different cost, yeah, but it's different because you have a physical product, right? It's like, so for instance, we were talking about doing what she saw an ad the other day of like snap-on veneers kind of thing, like with teeth and aesthetics.
Okay.
And that's a big thing in Mexico. Are very embarrassed about their teeth. They don't have necessarily the best teeth in some places, but they don't make enough, as you saw, to really afford these teeth. The middle class probably makes double that, so they could afford something like $250 a pop. It's like a direct to consumer. You do the mold, and they send you the clip on. It exists here in the U.S., but it doesn't really exist there in Mexico.
Okay.
It's a huge untapped market. If you want one that's a higher end one that you're able to eat with, you would have to go through a dentist. So then we have a connection or a referral system with the dentist. Of either they pay us or we can even pay them if we want. But the margin would be like fucking depend like how the costs are in there in Mexico per piece of the denture and the mold and everything like that. Our margin will be about like 85%.
Yeah, I mean, what you were explaining is simple, like market arbitrage, right? Like again, this is very common too. Like in like a story I kind of tell often is like there's this guy in Nepal who had gone to France to study. I don't know what, like, well, I don't know what the fuck he studied, but the point is, like, he somehow figured out how to make like cheese. Like that, he got into the business. Like he was a cheesemaker. Ended up becoming a cheesemaker in France for like many years. Then he was like, "Hey, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna go back to Nepal." Going back and started fucking making cheese.
Yeah.
Right. And nothing like that crazy. Like if you really think about it, right?
Yeah.
Fucking millions. Fucking made millions because no one was fucking making cheese at scale. Like, and he just was like, "Hey, I'm gonna use methods I learned in France where they were doing it, and I'm just gonna do it here." And there's such a high demand for arbitrage in marketplaces from developed countries to less developed countries. Massive technology arbitrage. Like, I'm not talking about like when I say technology arbitrage, I don't want to get saying like just like phones and this and that. I'm thinking from like a product. I'm thinking from a workflow. I'm thinking from like a process standpoint. Just like one thing is like this. I know this guy made a fuck ton of money, and he was one of the first few people to basically verify businesses in Nepal.
Yeah.
His whole business was he would get you fucking verified on Google.
Yeah.
No one was doing it. This was back in like 2010, 2012, right?
When over here, everything was like SEO still popping off, and that was
Yeah, and it was probably way later than that. It's probably like 2017, 2018. No one was really verifying like businesses in Nepal because like Google had just gotten to like putting roads and shit there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but guess what? The value is like, hey, I'm gonna get your business seen on this Google. Made so much money, and that's a simple technology arbitrage, right? That it like that exists. And again, this probably happened in Mexico too, right? I think someone at some point was like, hey, like I get seen on Google. Simple. You could make so much money from like restaurants, businesses, it's like, hey, bring more traffic. Like it's, but again, that's not that crazy of an idea, right? Like it's like, oh, let's say if you were in marketing in the US, and you're like, hey, like I'm gonna go there and I realize a bunch of people don't have Google listings. Okay, so go do this, make it easier for people to find you, get more business.
Yeah.
But again, that exists. Like it's the same thing you're saying. Like there's a product that exists here that's, like fairly
just
good.
Replicated.
Just replicated there.
Yeah.
You don't even have to replicate it. You could just have to like probably go to that company and say, I want to white label your product in a different market. Like
I guess this is the pro or the advantage of like Mexico actually has a huge dental society. I mean, a lot of people go to Mexico to get their dental work done here in the States because of the lower cost. But that also
but you're targeting Mexicans that live in Mexico with this product?
This is all going to be in Mexico.
No, but
everything 100% Mexico.
But you're targeting. You're not targeting Americans. You're targeting Mexicans.
100% Mexicans.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
But what I'm saying is like, So, but the cost of the goods there, just the cost of doing business, it will be much lower if I buy everything there and
correct.
No,
That's not true. I want to push back a little bit on that. That's not true. Let's say if you just are able to go to this company and say, hey, I want to be your distributor of your product for Mexico. And for me to do that, you have to give me like 40% margin. You're not going to fucking go make 40% on your product because you have to do R&D. There's fucking testing, there's QA, there's feedback, there's a bunch of shit that goes, and then you have to actually make the product that actually fucking works. Where you have a company that has already made a product that works, you're just opening a different supply chain for them. So, like, I wouldn't say like you're 100% right on that. It's just about how much are they willing to give you. Like, you have to go and say, hey, like, I can push this product in Mexico, but how much are you going to push to pay me? And that's not that crazy. Like partner systems exist.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's a wholly different perspective that I didn't even think about. It
Right, like
doing my own lab there.
No, you don't need a lab. You don't need a lab.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, if I do it myself, I would need a lab there.
Yeah, you need a lab. There's a whole. You're thinking there's a massive cost to that.
But it's not like the cost of doing it in Mexico would be it's less than $100,000.
But what is the profit margin? Like, what are you going to be looking at?
The profit margin. I mean, obviously depends on scale and things like that, but it's anywhere between 60 to 85%.
That's not true.
The cost of everything to do it is $75, and I'm selling it for $250.
Okay, but like again, you're not factoring in like marketing. You're not factoring like getting this able to get to the product. You're not factoring in like how many rounds of like testing I'm having to do. When I say I'm going to go build an app,
the QA is the first one. Yeah, you're right.
No. There's a cost. There's a massive upfront cost of doing this and building your own product. Like I feel like that's you're lost in the sauce here, and you're like, oh, just because I do it in Mexico, I'm going to cut costs. Yes, you will cut costs, but there's still a massive fucking cost that goes into building a fucking prototype. Like
sure, but
you're putting shit on people's mouths.
But
you gotta fucking make a good product.
Though it's not going to be astronomical as it would be here.
Sure, okay.
Like,
yes, you are right.
It's like it's a somewhat more achievable goal versus doing it.
I feel like you're not. This is what you're trying to do is not make money. What you're trying to do is like invest a lot of money and time into making a product where like you could be like, hey, if I already have the network, if you think you can already sell this product, become a supplier for a company that already has built a rock solid partner. Take the entire business of that entire South from them, and
the only question would be, you're right. I mean, you're not wrong, but the only question would be of like how much it costs them to produce that good here. In which case, then they would have to send the good because they're going to sell me their good to Mexico. In which case, at that point, if that cost is too high, then maybe it makes more sense.
Then you're not trying to get in the business of fucking selling veneers, and you're trying to get in the business of fucking making a product and selling it to these guys.
Maybe 100%.
What are you trying to do?
I guess you're right.
Because if that's the goal, then just go sell it to them. Make it cheaper and go sell it to them. Because they already have the market.
They already have all the people. Yeah, I just sell it to them. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll do both at that point. But you're right. That's not a bad idea, actually, is to go to them and kind of say, hey, man, I got a whole market.
Dude,
and the ability
fucking Eventpix High, dude. Like, that's what we got to get to people to Eventpix High, dude. That's every day, dude.
I used Eventpix High for the first time over the past 2 weeks. I had my mother's birthday, her 70th birthday.
The greatest birthday of all time. Let me tell you about this product. The best product in the market. Let me tell you, best product.
I didn't know that Trump was visiting today. Wow. Somebody called the FBI. But I used it for my mom's 70th birthday party. Why did I use it? I used it as a way to capture images from my entire family to build a photo collage for my mom, like a slideshow.
When did you just get a text?
Why? Well, because first of all, I did in some cases. I still sent this because I did a test and I sent this link to my family and I said, hey, upload the images and give me some feedback. My first cousin said, this is an absolute terrible experience. I hate this. This is a piece of shit. I'm going to text it to you.
And proceeded to send you 30 photos and 30 different notifications from an Android to an Apple.
Correct. So she sent me 30 photos and I got ding, 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 a bunch of images that was not helpful. I guess I had to download it.
They're no longer cousins.
It wasn't centralized. I did take her feedback and saying, okay, hey, this is how I can make the application better. Let's smooth it out a bit and everything like that. My other aunts and uncles did follow the process, in which case they were able to easily upload an image, add, their name if they wanted to. I was able to capture everything, about maybe 450, 600 images there, download everything, and I was able to bunch it all into a slideshow that I was able to make. I didn't have to worry about someone having an iPhone, an Android, worrying about them not knowing how to log in. All they had to do was click upload and select the pictures in their phone or on the computer on the computer. My aunts and uncles, given this, are all above the age of 60, 65, I would say. So they are not necessarily, I shouldn't say that, because some of them are pretty tech savvy, though I would not say that they are 16-year-olds who've been around tech their entire lives kind of thing, There's a bit of a difference. And if they were able to do it, anybody can do it. So what I found is like not only did we find something that is great for capturing the after your events of like, hey, after your wedding, after your birthday party, have all your friends send the pictures so they're not texting you everything. Or someone said, oh, have someone post it. That's the smartest way. You're gonna post 100. Hopefully, you took more than 2 photos of me at my birthday, man. It's like I want to see 100 photos of you guys with your friends and all the other things. I want all the photos, you know.
Right.
In which case, like we found a way to share it before, during, and after.
Or
matter
what if you don't
device
have
you
an Instagram?
Yeah, I
Or like,
don't
like-
have social media anymore. It's like now I can't see like if you went I can't see the photos you posted me.
Right. Again, I think it creates, again, there's a ton of value from that. There's a ton of value from like just a pure event. We went to a wedding, you know, it was a simple QR code, scanned it, put in like 50 photos, like, you know, and again, put it at every table, like whatever. It's an event, putting it like 5 different places, and like people will go take a picture and upload stuff, have it, you know, like it's very easy to collect pictures. It's not that crazy of a idea. I don't think we're solving anything that's crazy. It's just like, hey, I think it's a very, very useful thing, and we made it very cheap. I don't know.
I agree, and to me, it's like it's not. Someone said like, well, you know, those QR codes are a lot of they kind of scammy. They have a lot of advertisements that kind of go. We're very to the point and direct. We don't have any. We're not trying to search for ad money or anything like that. It's a service that if you want to use it full time and like efficiently, it's a pay for service. So there are no ads. There's nothing like that. The guests are safe, and the events and the galleries are safe and secure.
I just got an email.
Yeah.
Concerning one.
What did it say?
Actually, I can't tell you this. My bad. Sorry. Oh, I can tell you this. Okay, I thought I got it on my work email. I was like, oh, I can't share this. But the email just came in right now. So it says third-party security incident. The email's from OpenAI.
Uh-oh.
So ChatGPT, OpenAI, got hacked.
Uh-oh.
It occurred on November 9th, 2025. And the attacker gained unauthorized access to parts of their system and exported data sets containing limited customer identifying information and analytics information. And on November 25th, they shared that affected data set with us. Damn. There you go. It's a matter of time, dude. That's just a matter of time.
Does it say exactly what kind of data set it has in there? Like, I guess, does it have everything?
No, it said some information, some analytics, some personal information.
Let that be a reminder, man. Like, don't put in all your personal details into.
We were just talking about this right before this,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But- Yeah, I mean, bound to happen. It happens, dude. Happens to the best of us, dude.
It's a matter of time.
Happens to the best of us. It is. It is a matter of time. It is simply just a matter of fucking time before you get hacked.
It's not about if.
It's when. You know, that's what I sell. This is why literally I sell that to people.
Wow.
It's okay. I think what happens is a lot of companies bank on the fact that it's not them. I'm saying they just say, hey, you know what? Hopefully they're not targeting us, and that's the fucking hope. And that's the truth. Like they're not. Sometimes maybe they're there today, they're tomorrow, but like hopefully you're not getting targeted. And 99% of the time you're not.
But generally, if you're not being targeted, that means you're not getting enough attention. You know.
Correct.
If you're getting attention, you're getting targeted.
But again, sometimes it's just like, you know, these hackers have a bunch of like scanners and bots all across the internet that just know when your site or your application is exposed, and they just like, you know, then they're like, Sixth Sense alert, like I'm just gonna fucking go capitalize, you know. But did you watch One Piece this?
I've been watching the I'm on
YouTube.
Yeah, I'm on the hour 5. They already beat the first warlord. They are onto the island right after that. It's been hard kind of keeping track, man. I got to watch the episodes. Just I give you a lot more detail and things like that, but it's slow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's hard to kind of get there that fast, but they that's what actually allows you to remember or get the context of everything.
It's hard to like. Yeah, I mean, you just gotta like have it run, dude. You know what you gotta do?
But even then, it's like it's so fast that it's like
No. Dude, what you gotta do is you just gotta have it on all the time. Just have it on.
But then I'm not.
No,
paying
that's
attention,
fine.
you know?
That's fine. What will happen is you will overall get like what's happening,
I guess so.
and then you'll be like, okay, like I can like,
I get the overall gist of
because like it's happening so slow. Like let me tell you this, like the pacing is like slow, so like you might miss something, but you're not gonna miss something that's like crazy if you just have it open, like, if you're like listening once. You know what I'm saying? Because like it's just like, dude, it's because you'll know when something's happening. It's happening from mad episodes, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's not
if it's a fight, it's like 10 episodes, 20 episodes, so like you're not gonna miss it. Like oh shit, I should probably like lock in on this. Like,
it's not gonna be like a quick kind of thing and everything like that. Well, I mean, I guess I gotta keep playing. I'm on hour 5, dude. Hour 5.
Yeah.
I mean, I was out all last week. I was in Mexico and everything, but but it's.
Or what you could do is you can watch up to like, I wish like you can just like click on it and just go into the episode. You know what I'm saying? I wish they had that feature. Like that'd be cool.
That would be sick. On that entire video,
It's like boom. I also go into the Netflix and automatically logs you into like the video. Like
Crunchyroll. Oh, some YouTube. No, YouTube doesn't have all the episodes on.
No, I think the only place that has all the episodes is Crunchyroll. Actually, no. Netflix should have all the episodes. Hopefully by the end of next year.
What a good idea of YouTube or like Netflix or something like that, or I don't know, YouTube of like connecting when they're giving synopsis, like, hey, hop directly into this and have like a little pop up,
Yeah, no, that's it's getting there, dude. We're not that far off. When I say, if I ask you like historically, like just think of a fucking guy that's just a fucking gangster, like just like historically, like, or just and it could be now, it could be in the past, like who comes to mind? You're like, man, that you're just like, when I say fucking this guy was a gangster, you're like, who what comes to your mind? Who's the most gangster person in history?
Gangster in terms of, I mean, different things, I guess. Like
fucking
Genghis Khan is like the first one.
Genghis Khan, like
Genghis Khan was wild. It's like that dude was like.
That's who I thought of too. Like I'm like the most gangster person in history, right? If I ask like say 100 men, if I ask that question, right? I think a vast majority of people would say Genghis Khan, dude. Like historical context, or just I'm not. I guess if you don't know that you don't know. But like if you just like are somewhat of a knowledgeable fucking person, and I just say, hey, like, who's the most fucking just a dog, dude? He was just like
fucking up fight until the end and everything like that.
Like, look, some of the shit he says. Pull up some of the shit that Genghis Khan says. One of the quotes Genghis Khan talks about is like, he says, I am the punishment of God. And if you had not sinned, God would not have sent a punishment like me upon you. Like, think about that. Think how like fucking.
That's like Mike Tyson. I don't even want your belt. I just want to strip you of your health. He's like, dude, I want to fight that guy, man.
Like, that is like, look at that. That's the first one.
I am the punishment of God. If you have committed great sins, God will not have sent a punishment.
Think about in the 1200 fucking BCE, dude. The guy's just riding on a horse and he comes to your village and he takes your fucking chief and he says, I am the punishment of God. But think about that, like you have committed great sin and he has sent me and my fucking Mongol hordes, dude. We came like black lightning because you have committed sin. Like, you're fucking trembling in your boots, dude. But like,
a lot of it, like there's no value in anything until you finish, until it's finished. One arrow alone can be easily broken, but many arrows are indestructible.
I mean, Genghis Khan is the like one of the most polarizing figures in the history of the world, right?
Yeah.
He single-handedly, I think, lowered the carbon footprint. Like, think how much.
Just because he.
Think how much of like of a fucking maniac do you have to be
to kill the
like you basically have lowered the like what? Like
though I mean if you look at like the Spanish Inquisition or things like that, like what they did over time, like the amount of people that they killed in all of the Americas is like It put Genghis Khan like it would be like.
I wonder, like, well, you have to also understand from like the context of like how many people were around,
Yeah.
you know, and also like he did not use like disease. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you're going into a different territory when you're saying like
No,
you
no.
wiped out civilization. This guy did it. He was him, dude. He did it himself.
I'm talking about like the Catholic Inquisition more so, like the killing of all like people who weren't converted.
No, but the thing, like, his things were pretty simple. I feel like he said he let you join, and if you didn't, he would just end all of you. Like that's kind of was his like thing. It was a
Dude, his story of his grave is pretty wild too. Where it's like the people who took him who dug the grave, the guards who were there watching, they killed them, and then once the guards came back,
they all killed them.
them
Yep,
too,
yep. Yeah.
And then there's a theory that it said even the guards who killed them, they killed them just because they even knew.
You think like 16 million men. So he killed 16. What is it? No. So he is a genetic test, right? Like he's roughly 0.5% of the entire male population has some sort of direct lineage to the Great Khan's dynasty.
Though he allowed all religions, he did have a freedom of that.
Progressive guy.
He created the postal service, universal
Fucking
writing, and system for Mongols.
Look at that, dude.
Reinvigorated the Silk Road.
Leader, slag, dude.
Slag. yeah, you're gonna pipe.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
Yeah.
He knew, dude.
Yeah,
Genghis Khan, dude.
Dude, Genghis Khan, yeah, he's wild. I don't know. We gotta think of some more.
I mean, they're historically, like, there aren't that many fucking people at his level. You know what I'm saying? That there's levels to this game, and he is like, you know, he's there's very very few people. When I say, oh man, like, who I feel like he was a pretty good strategist. I don't think he was like, you know, I would assume he was like knew what the fuck he was doing. He like, you know, won a lot of things.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there was historically that many people that were better than him. I think when you think of like, who do you think the greatest like strategist of all time was? Who do you think who's the?
Well, I mean, the easy one is like Sun Tzu, The Art of War, right? But Sun Tzu is maybe not have ever existed, but
just a mind, bro. Like a battle IQ is just like fucking just a dog, dude. He just knows.
You could say like, I mean, Alexander the Great, arguably, like Alexander won a lot of wars and battles. Marcus Aurelius in Rome.
Dude, fucking Napoleon, dude. Hands down.
Napoleon also, yeah.
Because you gotta think about like how many like I think he won like 63 fucking battles or something. That's fucking nuts. If you win 63 battles, you're fucking. I mean, if Julius Caesar probably comes up, like who are they gonna look at? Like Alexander the Great, obviously. Hannibal Barker is up there probably.
Probably.
I don't know.
Simon Bolivar, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, fuck, dude, military strategists. There are probably like, you know, some Chinese.
Napoleon Bonaparte.
Napoleon, yeah, there you go, dude.
Yeah.
Napoleon's number one, dude.
Then Genghis Khan, the god of
logistics, bro. Like
the
Hannibal Barker, dude. There you go. You know, he was the one that crossed the Alps, like
the unbeaten Alexander the Great. The insider choice is Subutai.
Is this the guy that defeated fucking like Hannibal?
He became who? Subutai?
No, yeah, hold on, who's
He became Genghis Khan primary general.
Oh, so he was his boy?
Yeah. He was his right hand guy. This was the guy. This was
yeah, it wasn't. No, I think Napoleon, dude. Hands down, I think Napoleon's like probably like the fucking guy, dude. He's goated.
Operational.
He knows, dude. Like, cause I feel like back in the day, right, when you just have horses and shit, like I feel like it's a little bit easier. He had to deal with like cannons, guns, like ships.
Think about it. He created the corps system, breaking his army into independent mini armies that move separately. It's like platoons and like.
No, yeah.
Well, so it's like recreating how we use our military strategy today. You know, it's like.
Yeah. No, I think he was this. Yeah, I mean.
Wow, yeah. Have you seen the movie Napoleon on?
Yeah.
With Joaquin Phoenix.
No, I have not. Dude, I think like Joaquin Phoenix is one of the greatest actors of all time.
You think so?
He is. I would say like, I would. Yeah.
What about Daniel Day-Lewis? There Will Be Blood. Gangs of
Daniel Day-Lewis is up there too.
Dude, you don't even know he's Daniel Day-Lewis. That's how good of a character
Yeah.
he is. You know, it's like if you don't even know them as an actor and you know you've seen him in many movies, it's like, damn.
Yeah, no, Daniel Day-Lewis is definitely up there too.
Christoph Waltz, I like him, but I'm not sure if I would put him above those two guys.
You know who gets like I you know who I think is really good? God, I fucking can't think of the name right now. The guy that played the Batman. Christopher Nolan.
Christopher Nolan. No. Christopher Nolan's the director.
Tip of my tongue. American Psycho, right?
Yeah.
Fuck is the guy's name?
Dude, Bruce. It's not Bruce Wayne. That's fucking Batman.
Dude, it's in the tip.
Bale.
Christian Bale. I think
Yeah.
Christian Bale is like fucking up there, dude.
Yeah, he's
You know.
come on in a lot of good movies. Yeah, he's done a lot.
Yeah, I feel like he's like.
I don't think he's like above those two, but I think he's up there.
You don't think he's up there, dude?
I don't
Look
think
at
he's-
him. Ask Chad. Oh, Daily
I'm not
Limit,
saying
dude.
Oh.
Damn, that was quick, dude.
That wasn't the pro one though. It's who is the greatest actor?
This is gonna give you some bullshit fucking response like it does. Oh, that's a fucking horrible question to ask.
There's
What?
no university. A great actor, Meryl Streep.
Oh, Marlon Brando.
Brando.
That's a good one, dude.
Jack Nicholson.
Yeah,
Denzel,
I agree.
Daniel Day-Lewis that was on the number 3. If we had to pick one, the most accepted GOAT, Daniel Day-Lewis. Oh my gosh, my goodness.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Like I can see that. Yeah, Mexican actor, dude.
Gael Garcia Bernal. I mean, they're the most famous now. I mean, I'm not sure if they're the best, but they're the most famous.
I feel what constitutes it though. I feel like you got to be like fucking. Like what makes a good movie? You know what I'm saying? Like what defines a good movie though? You know what I'm saying? Like is it,
Well, that's-
is it
that's a
commercial
mix of a lot of
success?
things.
You know, is it like? But
I think as an actor, just being able to change characters for someone to look at that movie and not see Leonardo DiCaprio or any of these characters and see just a character, I think then you're doing a good job. You know what I mean?
do you know there aren't that many actors that have played a role, let's say, on a movie.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Let's say like they played like a role in a movie for like 5 movies or 3-4 movies, right? There's probably a couple. Usually they get stuck on that role. That becomes their identity. Like
Sure,
the
yeah,
guy that
that's a
plays
big
Harry
part.
Potter, right?
Yeah.
Like they can't ever grow out of that role,
It
right?
becomes really hard.
It's
yeah.
very hard for
Some people are just like stuck in romantic comedies. Some people are just stuck in
Yeah.
horror movies, kind of. Thing.
or that's just like it's just
Like
like
the type of character.
right. Fucking Keanu Reeves, dude.
But that's what also makes him not. Well, Keanu Reeves is a little different.
Keanu Reeves has 2 franchises that are just like fuck, man, like just a cult classic, legendary characters, bro. He was Neo, and then he's John fucking Wick, dude.
Yeah.
No one has done that. I don't know.
Well,
anyone-
he's the only one who's like, it's Keanu Reeves, but it's not Keanu. He's still Neo or he's John Wick. You know what I mean? It's like, but it's Keanu Reeves.
right, but like
It's
people,
yeah.
like some people, like are defined by like Harry Potter, right? The guy who played Harry Potter, like Daniel something Radcliffe. What is it?
Daniel Radcliffe.
Like yeah, he is fucking Harry Potter. I can never
Unsee it.
unsee it, right? Like or like and that is so common for like, you know, Van Diesel is the guy that fucking is
Fast
the
and
Fast and Furious guy, right?
Yeah,
Like that is him, right? Like, but it's never like I will never be like okay, I'll never be like that's John Wick. I don't know, man. That's
Nah, it's
Neo,
Neo,
dude.
man.
Like I
That's
don't know.
Neo.
You guys like, but it's very hard for somebody to be successful
Or
in
Bill and Ted's, dude. He's also
2
Bill and Ted.
separate like franchises, movie
Yeah.
franchises. That's like it's.
Arguably 3 because he did Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, Bill and Ted's Next Adventure.
Yeah.
Bill and Ted. He did 3 Bill and Ted's.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He's
Also-
been in a lot of movies, Replacements, like
What's the Point Break when he shoots a gun in the air when he's like the surfer FBI agent?
he's been in like 50 movies.
Did he point on speed?
But- Yeah.
Oh man.
All right, dude.
Well, thank you for coming to episode. What is it, 34? Yeah, something like that.
Ayo.
We'll see you all next time. Happy with Archie.
Oh, did they pay us now for like
Did they
views
pay
and
us?
shit?
I
Huh?
don't know if they paid us.
It did they? I don't know how that works, but it says it does.